Hi everyone, this video will not be scripted. I wonder if you'll be able to tell. I am going to talk today about indie guitar. I don't love the word indie for a genre, but buzzwords are good for the algorithm. So, I guess that's what we're calling it today. The fortunate thing is, it's basically just easy jazz. Jazz is hard as it is, but this is easy jazz, so you'll be fine. This will also be good for bedroom pop stuff and more rocky alternative music and dream pop too. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first, I guess, chord you need to learn for this kind of music is the major seventh. The easiest way to play it is with a bar chord. I'll probably put a photo of the chord diagram if I stop being lazy. Here, I guess. Am I a YouTuber right now? Yeah. This is called it's like a A major 7 shape. That's what we call it because when you think about it, bar chords are basically just like they're open chords, but your pointer finger is basically playing a capo. So an A major 7 shaped bar chord is just the normal A major 7 shape on guitar, but playing with your pointer finger over the top. Beautiful, beautiful sound. There's a couple ways you can play it. The full bar, the easy way, which is not bar it, and take the note off that E string, that high string. So you just play those middle 4 strings, and you can also chuck a bass note on it. Most people won't be able to tell the difference, but you can if you want to, I guess. I do that sometimes, and nobody notices but me, but I'm having a good time. Yeah. To play a bar chord, a lot of people struggle, I feel, because they place their pointer finger just flatly on the chord. And also, a lot of people play in the middle of the frets. Can you even see this? Yeah, I hope you can. But to play a bar chord accurate 100% of the time, or at least 99% of the time, two things to remember is so close to the fret wire. If you're aiming for a 4th fret, which would be a C sharp note or a D flat, you want to be so close to that 5th fret, that D, as possible. So on the fret, and also when you bar down your whole finger on the chords, rotate it just a bit upwards, I guess. So it's not the flat party finger, but just slightly to the left, I suppose, if you're looking down at the chord. I find that using these two techniques, generally you don't miss. There are no bung notes in there. Sorry, that light is very bright. I shall cover it with my hoodie. That's enough about how to play the bar chords. Let's get into it. For this lesson, we'll write a song in the key of C major, which is the most key. That's what I was looking for in all of music. Yeah, let's get into it. So if you take that chord shape from before and place it on the 3rd fret of the A string, you get this chord. Oh, so nice. I don't know if this guitar is even in tune, but I'm hoping it is for the video. But I didn't check. But we're just gonna hope it is. So you got that C major chord, and in the key of C major, which I'll put it like a diagram here as well. I'll put everything in this corner, the corner least obscured by my face and the light. Yeah, it's considered the one chord of the 8 chords. 8 notes? 8 chords? Yeah, but very basic theory lesson. You got, in the keys, you've got 8 notes. Well, 7 notes in an octave. You got, and they have corresponding numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the octave. And from there, you've got chords that build off them. You've got the first chord in the major scale. Every major scale is a major chord. The second is a minor. Third is a minor. Fourth is a major. Another minor. Major. Diminished. And then the octave, which same as before. So another minor. If I didn't mention that the octave is the same note as the first chord. I'm not sure if I'm rambling too much. This is my first time doing anything remotely like this, but here you go. If anyone watches the videos that came out on this channel before this, should know that I don't care about getting things exactly right. I limit myself to only 5 takes every time I record something, but for this I'm gonna do just 1 because it's getting late and I want to go to bed. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you got the 1 chord. If we want to build off that, say a 1 chord to a 2 chord, you'll be going C major to D minor. Easy way to make that more indie, more jazzy, would be putting that major 7th in there. And a minor 7th, which we'll touch on later. Oh, no, let's touch on it now. Like I said, this isn't scripted at all. Bar across that 5th fret. This for all minor 7th chords, but we're talking about D minor 7 for this. Yeah, bar across those strings from the A down, 5th fret, and then put your ring finger, not that one, this one, on the 7th fret of the D string. Keep that G string on the 5th fret with your bar. Chuck your actual middle finger on the 6th fret of the B, and then keep that bar on the E string. This is, in my opinion, a lot trickier to get right than the major 7 shape, because yeah, that when I first started, my G string was always muted, but eventually I developed that kind of technique that I explained at the start of the video, and then it kind of eased itself in. Again, a long ramble, I talk a lot, but if we put those 2 chords together to make this more jazzy, you go. Before we had, now we got. It's a lot nicer in my opinion. And obviously those normal major shapes have their own place in music, but we're talking about major sevenths today, so yeah. You obviously don't always need to go to that second chord in the key. You can go to, for example, the fourth chord, which is what we'll be using for the remainder of this lesson, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. This 1 to the 4 is very common in all this kind of more alternative music. And Mac DeMarco uses this a little bit from what I remember. Yeah? Hers uses it a lot. I love hers. Rest in peace, hers. So, that would be, if we keep still using the major seventh shapes, we'd go from the 3rd fret to the 8th fret. Sorry, I can't count. And then back to the start. That's so nice, isn't it? Yeah. However, major seventh shapes aren't the only voicing we can use for these chords. We can use a lot trickier of a shape, but major and minor nines. And for a bit of interest, a bit of spice, I miss that dude, we can tuck them in, and they go like this. Whoa! Is that not nice? The diagram will go here again. Here. It's quite tricky, especially when you mix together the bars and they're not technically like those type of open chords, but it is definitely a shape. A lot trickier. For this, we'll be using F major 9, and I'll explain the chord now, even though the diagram is right there. So you can look at that, or you can listen to me. Whatever, I don't care. Your middle finger will go on the 8th fret of the A. Pointer finger on the 7th fret of the D. Pinky on the 9th of the G. And then the 7th on the B string with your ring finger. This might take a little bit to get used to. This shape, mixing between the two, and I still have trouble with it. But for now, let's run those together. If you can. If you can't, just keep using that same major seventh shape. Let's go. Let's take it very slow. Jazz. If you haven't realised by now, the current strumming pattern we're doing is quite boring. It's not boring, but it's... That was a quick contradiction, by the way. It's not boring, but it doesn't really evoke much, in my personal opinion. Yeah, just the straight downstrokes on the even 4/4 beat. We can change that though. We can implement a bit of character with more odd strumming patterns. Not too odd, but a little bit. I'm so bad at explaining strumming patterns, so I'll just demo a few. And if you hear that little... What I'm doing is just slightly lifting the pressure off my... my left hand So I'm not actually fretting the string. I'm just placing my fingers on them. Letting no note through. Just down, up. Yeah, that's the technique. Practice that, and I will go through some other things you can do. Oh, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. That brings me to my next one. Something I love about indie music is, I don't know what the name of this really is, but it's when you must play a melody within the chords. What I was just doing then, which was a wrong note, by the way. Well, there's no wrong notes, but not within the key. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of this indie music does this, and a lot of music outside of this as well. But let's think of one. Sidelines from Wallows, which is one of my favourite bands of all time. In that little, what do you call it, a bridge section? A solo? It feels like a solo, but I wouldn't call it a solo. Braden does. This probably isn't the best example, but let's go through it. You see, he's lifting that pinky finger up and off a fret to play basically a different melody within the chords. And it really, I don't know, it gives so much character. I love it. I love it so much. And that little, talk about that later as well. It's another technique. Moving on to our next bit is that leading note, I suppose you could call it, in between chords. And I'll explain that by adding something to that progression we're working before, the C major 7 to the F major 9. You can go. Let's just keep doing that down-handed thing for now. Keep doing this. But now, bring in a different chord, and I'll explain this later as well. By later, I mean very shortly. You can put other notes in to lead back to that home chord we would, the C. So, that kind of. Let's put that all together. And then that's the minor 9 shape. In my opinion, it's easier than the major, but yeah, you go. Diagram here, now, future me, put it there. That minor 9. Oh, sorry, I didn't even explain the chord. 5, 3, 5, 5. Like that. And then you move your middle finger to the A, then to the G. Or the 5th and the 3rd of the E string, if you prefer it that way. Yeah, those are some other things you can put in to add a bit of flavour. The extra strumming, extra notes, and leading tones, I guess. Is that what you call it? I guess like... I don't know what you call it, but that is some extra fun stuff you can put in. Lastly, for this video, I'll talk about fingerstyle stuff, because a lot of people like fingerstyle, me included. There's no real right or wrong way to play indie fingerstyle, because a lot of this kind of stuff is like folk inspired, I guess you'd say. There are exceptions. A lot of that kind of sweeping, picking, I guess you would call it. Like, is quite popular, where you just... but, yeah, there's not a real right or wrong way to do it, but let's just have that progression we did before, and play it in a fingerstyle way. What I'll be playing is... Well, I've got to think of something quickly, because like I said, I didn't plan this. Yeah, let's run that. What I'm doing is playing my thumb on that A string, my pointer finger on the D string, sorry, and then playing both the G and the B together and going back. Super simple stuff, but it's a nice sound. And then for that B one, I guess you got the B. Where'd that come from? The D. You can go. Nothing different about that. Just change where your bass note is. Something I like to put in when I'm playing fingerstyle is, I mean, it's technically wrong. I suppose you could call it that, but nothing is wrong in music. Is between every note, between every chord, sorry, I just play the open strings, like, or just one in that situation, it's just the D, but you could play all of them. Yeah, I think it takes a lot of pressure off you to play everything right. That's not why you do it, just, I don't know, it's a cool sound to me, personally. What else could you do? That Travis picking is, always is just so nice with these jazzy chords, in my opinion. If you don't know Travis picking, it is such an amazing exercise, but also, like, it is a way to just, it's in all these songs, by the way, it's like in Blackbird. This is Travis picking. And that is playing, let's grab the CMH7 again. I hope this isn't too disjointed for you, probably is. I'm not sure if anyone's still watching. Grabbing your, take this middle 4 strings, play the outside 2 together, middle 2, and then go out, in, and loop it all over. Together, in, out, in, together. Play that together. Oh, that was terrible. Let's start again. Open notes. It's a nice progression, especially since I made up on the spot. What else is there? I think I'll do this for now. Thank you tremendously for watching. I don't wanna be a YouTuber in that sense. The only reason I really made this channel is to just chuck my songs on there. Honestly, it's just like a time capsule, honestly. Put all my demos up there. But this, I wish I had something like this. When I learnt guitar, because I'm quite, doesn't matter, sorry, I dropped a paperclip, fidget toy. I'm self-taught, and I wish I had something like this for my favourite genre. A more serious, which is what I'm getting to. I think I'll break down how to play rhythm guitar for this music, lead guitar for this music, drums and bass, maybe piano. I'm really, really, really bad at piano, and it's when I write piano, it's basically just the same as guitar, same principles, just chords and lead. But yeah, I thought I'll do a little bit because I always wanted something like this when I started guitar, a bit of a series. And you know, I can also do songwriting as well. Yeah. Thanks again for watching. Hope I didn't miss out on anything. Stay tuned for the lead guitar tutorial. What else is there? Something else I was supposed to talk about. I don't remember. If you have any questions or any requests for me to learn, I don't have any viewers really, especially not as of recording this. But yeah, if you have any queries or concerns, put them in the comments. Yeah. Don't really know what to say now. Hope this wasn't too rambly. Let's just, I guess, play what we wrote together as a bit of an outro. Yeah. Tell you what I'll do. I won't hit the stop record button on my phone. I'll just play this. And editor me in the future can, like, fade it out, I guess. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll just cut it in the most, like, awkward spot. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or I could fade it out. I think I'm going to fade it out. Alright, we ready? Yep. If you remember how to play this, play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.